country. What about me?
Okay, my name is Adetutu Afolabi. I'm a pharmacist by training. I've been a pharmacist for the last 20 years and above. I've been an entrepreneur for the last 15 years. Oh, this is my 16 years of entrepreneurship. I started my career in GlaxoSmithKline as a business development personnel. So we go to the hospitals and private hospitals, general hospitals, pharmacies to introduce products, GSK products to them, and share the knowledge of how the products work, what they should look out for to promote the sales of the products. And sometimes in 2008 January, I resigned. That is after I've done like a side jobs for my business for like 8 months and to manage my business. So I started managing wellness pharmacy at 29 Doyomololo Street, K2 then. From there, we grew to 5 outlets, one in Malakpere, in Akoka, in Hogba and Shomolu. Then after a while, in 2014, we had an opportunity to invest in health insurance business, and in 2014, we started the journey of the health management services or health maintenance organization business, or health insurance business, I should might call it, or HMO. So we started the HMO business. It's still the first pharmacist-owned HMO in Nigeria as of today. And I think the journey started from there. The real journey of adding so much value started from there. And sometimes last year, I also started the medical distribution company. I guess I'm a bit restless. So when I see opportunities, I just want to tap into it. And the reason why you're calling me, because why we're having this meeting is because I'm now a woman in tech. With an opportunity to pivot after COVID-19 lockdown. The idea to be able to use technology to facilitate what we do came into focus. And since 2020, we've been to bring in products that will make a difference in the lives of Nigerians. Happen. So this year I've launched 2 products. I launched the InsurTech app, that's Wellness Plus app, where people can go on our app and design the product they want. So naturally, when you want to buy health insurance, someone tells you that this is our standard plan. So you either choose this one or that one. But on our Wellness Plus app, you choose what you want. You choose the benefit you want. You are not constrained. And the app also allows people that are not buying HMO to go for medical checkup. And in April, I also launched the marketplace for pharmaceutical products. That's Pharma Center, and that was in April. And that's what we've been doing. I have another product that I took to GiveTex. And, all of those products is just effort to take healthcare to the last mile. We want Nigerians to feel better, we want Nigerians to live longer. So on the side, I'm a wellness, I'm an emotional wellness coach. I train people on their emotions. I teach people on how to manage their emotions. I coach them on how to give power to their emotions and make it work for them. We're naturally emotional beings, but once you can handle your emotions, you realize that you can live better and you are free from pains and bitterness and all those things that emotions does. And you are healthier, because most times people that have anger problem, bitterness problem, unforgiveness problem plays out on some physical illnesses as well. So that is what I do. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I do other things outside wellness and emotional health, really. And I'm married. I have 3 lovely girls. I'm a Christian. I'm a proud Christian because I know God works in my affairs.
Every time.
Wellness health technologies, just like I said, the idea of wellness health technologies actually started in 2020 during the lockdown. And we incorporated wellness health technologies last year. So we have we have a product called, I guess that's what you want to tell you about how the product works. Okay, so we have a product called Wellness Micro Care Services. Is a software as a service and a hardware as a service business model that we're using for this through our agents. So the idea is that we have a device, we have a technology that can help to detect, diagnose non-communicable diseases such as hypertension and diabetes, which are referred to as silent killers, through our devices using our agency models. So our agents visit you in the house. We're concentrating on the underserved and unserved communities of Nigeria. Please know that every Nigerian is underserved right now. Ratio of doctor to patients is 1 in 9,000. That is huge. So every Nigerian is underserved. So our agents visit people and check their blood pressure and check their blood sugar, check their oxygen, the oxygen in their blood and their weight, and send the report through cloud computing to the back end, where doctors can now manage these people remotely through prescription or referral to hospitals. So that is how it works. People can also purchase the devices, and by purchasing the devices, we can manage them remotely if they subscribe for them to be managed remotely by wellness personnel. Hypertension and diabetes are referred to as silent killers because most times people do not even know they have it until some damages are being done to their head organs, to their kidney and all that. And so we believe that early detection can reduce the burden and the impact of the mortality and morbidity that these diseases cause. So we're going to be focusing on pregnant women and the aging population. Also know that an average 35-year-old now is already battling with either of these diseases. And so everybody needs to go through checkups, and if it comes to your house, then you pay for it, and it's better than you not knowing that some damages are already going on. And that's why I said that is our way of taking healthcare to the last mile, to reach out to people wherever they are and get them sorted on wellness microservices. So that's what the app is about.
Every day, every night.
So the market is accepting it. Of course, we still need to get better mileage. For the wellness micro care services, we just finished the beta testing, and of course, we've tested over 5,000 people to show that the app works, to show that the process works, to show that all the parameters that we're taking, all the vital parameters that we're getting reaches the back end. And of course, we're also including some other things based on what the feedback from the users we're getting from them. But for wellness, for the Pharma Center and for the Wellness Plus, those are already established. We're already getting patronage on them. But for the microservices is in the beta testing.
People talk about injustice.
So I'll tell you that the traction, health tech has not gained so much traction now. So I don't think anybody is struggling with any competitor now. You just want to see, because even your competitors are not getting as much mileage as you want them to get, really. So that's for the wellness microcare, a part of it is being done by health tracker that goes to people's homes too. But we're not doing the same thing, really. We're not doing the same thing. We're not checking the same thing. So it's a different thing that we're doing. But they also are reaching out to people in their homes, taking blood samples or taking samples and processing it in the laboratory. We're not really, nobody's really doing this agency model and software as a service right in Nigeria.
Injustice that breeds suffering in the world.
So for wellness microcare services, I need funding. Funding is a major challenge because of the customization that we've done with the equipment. We need to bring the minimum ordering quantity to Nigeria. And when you look at the cost, it's kind of huge. So funding is major for this particular is the major, because I need hundreds of thousands at least for a starter, and it's not looking well now with naira devaluation. Is becoming, we're getting further from the goalpost. So that is it. So the major part is funding. Every other thing, it's exciting to people, even to the communities that we've done our beta testing. They are happy that somebody could come to them and check all the. So the major part of it now is funding. Once funding come, you can reach out to more people. We can bring in those devices. We can establish communities and run the model we want to run.
People complaining about life.
Now, the government has also approved the startup bill. Lagos is trying to domesticate it. So I think it's a step in the right direction to make sure that tech startups are able to function appropriately. So right now there is no government policy upsetting whatever we have in mind. There's no government policy upsetting it. I think the field of health tech is not the regulations are yet to, I don't know, maybe the Ministry of Health will look at regulations and what to be done or not. But of course, maybe because there is not so much traction like the fintech now that everybody's calling for regulation and all that. So I think we're still in the primitive stage. Okay, so like I'm an entrepreneur, and one of the things that keeps me going is learning new things. The journey into tech has been kind of very interesting for me. But I'm always open to knowledge. So I'm learning new things. I'm learning how to tell my story. I'm learning how to ask for funding. I'm learning the parameters that has to do with my tech. I'm asking how many APIs are we consuming? What is the, let me see the UI UX and all those things. So for me, I'm having fun. And I think it's because that's what I do naturally, learn new things as an entrepreneur. So I've always been in the traditional business, so I'm in the tech business. Tech is an enabler. It's not that the business of the business has to be abandoned. There's a business of the business, so there's a play behind the tech. So I've already been a part of the play behind the tech. So this is just an enabler, reach more people, kickstart, jumpstart, be more places that you cannot be if you're running a traditional business. So it's fun.
No job, no food, no life.
As a person, as a woman, I fell in love with Ibuku Oshika sometimes a long time ago. I like her. I see her as someone that she resonates with the kind of person I am when it comes to telling the truth, however you want to hear it. She says it the way it is. So I look up to her. She's not a woman in tech really, so the woman in tech thing is a new thing, but I look up to her, and she has greatly inspired me in my journey as an entrepreneur, because I've read her story several times, and it's one of those reasons why I keep my words. She talked about how she got her first loan, how it was facilitated and all that. So for me, it's she resonates with me. She's a role model for me.
No house, no money to spend.
I think we have over 50, we have over 70 aides or more. We have a lot of employees. We have over 70 employees. Working in wellness, health, insurance, the pharmacy, the distribution center, the technology, over 70 or 80. So when it comes to health is like food. The growth is standard, is given. that these industries in which we play will grow. Because as a pharmacist, even if you don't want to go to the hospital, you take medicine. Even if you are not taking medicine to heal something, you take multivitamin. So we're in a resilience industry, and the growth is not doubtful. With the new NHIA law, where health insurance will be mandatory, then there's a hopeful field for more growth. So we're in a resilience industry. People will need health as much as they need food, as much as they need water. The body will break down. The body will need some pampering at one time or the other. And that means we are here to take care of you. And even when people feel well, they might not be sure that something is going wrong. So we already have preventive measures to make sure that people, take care of their health. So however we look at it, the potentials in this industry is resilience. The industry is resilience to whatever hazard the world might go through at any particular point in time. You might not decide not to buy fuel in your car, but if you are sick, you first take care of that before you do that. So it's a resilient industry. And so we know we're going to be in business for a very long time. However, how we do the business could change based on the new horizon, the way people want to be taken care of, the customers' demand and customers' needs. But those businesses will still be here for a very long time.
People are yearning for free.
On Wellness Microcare and Pharma Center, we hope to take it out of Nigeria once we get we do based on our projection, we do 50% achievement of coverage in Nigeria. We hope to take it to Ghana, then Kenya, but we need to do 50% of the projection for the business first.
Freedom and justice.
For me, everybody responsible for their own choice. You cannot blame anybody from leaving. My brothers are not here, so I cannot hold anyone. It depends on your own conviction. I'll tell you, when I was younger, before getting married, I actually, when someone tells me he's leaving Nigeria, I just feel that person is not patriotic. But now I don't feel that way. So everybody is responsible for their choices. The world is becoming a global village. You don't have to be from somewhere to make a mark or to make a difference wherever you are. And I cannot blame anyone from leaving Nigeria because it's getting tougher. Yes, it's even tougher all over the world. UK has gone into recession. A lot of our people are there. Cost of everything has gone up. The wages are not going up there, but they have hope that their government is working hard to make sure that their citizens are fare well. But that is the difference here. So I'm not going to blame anybody. Anybody that wants to leave should leave. It's a global village. You can make impact wherever you are. It's just that I'm not going anywhere.
Blaming the region authority for the world.
Okay, so I'll tell them that entrepreneurship is not a sprint. The part of them that has to do with determination, the part of them that has to do with diligence, discipline cannot be discounted. I also tell them that my late mother-in-law used to say something that Ishe lomo alashe je, owo lomo alashe la. And what I found out is that being an entrepreneur gives you a freedom that nothing else in this world could give you. The freedom is intangible because what you become in the process makes you feel good about yourself eventually. That is aside the reward that comes with entrepreneurship when the business is run properly. But the training and who you become is very important. So I'll tell them, some people say everybody cannot be entrepreneurs. I always say that you can become an entrepreneur if you choose to, because it's about adding value, it's about creating value, it's about making a difference, it's about seeing opportunities, and it's about capitalizing on those opportunities and becoming a better person in the process. So that's what I'll tell them. If you want to have a summit that will bring startups together, you should be talking about some of the challenges and how to solve them. If you want to have a summit that startups will like, if they know that they are going to meet investors, they will come. The reason why a lot of people are in GITEX too was because we had an opportunity to speak with investors. Whether you now get investment or not does not matter, but you have an opportunity to shoot your shots. You have an opportunity to tell your story. You have an opportunity to meet other people that are doing very beautiful things in the world. So if you want to have a summit, apart from discussing the challenges of startups and maybe solutions that you want to provide, another thing that will make them come in there is to have an avenue where people can meet investors, where people can meet mentors. I believe that startups need traditional mentors as well. So a lot of startups need traditional mentors. When I mean traditional mentors, I mean traditional entrepreneurs that have done businesses and have done it successfully. A lot of startups need it, because whether you're a startup using technology or it doesn't matter, there is a business behind the business. And so people have really run their businesses and they've run it very well. One is to learn from them. So if you have those things, I think a lot of people will come, or if your summits are known for that, a lot of people will come. About Nigeria, I you see, as a young person, I actually had hope for Nigeria, really, because I remember when I wanted to marry my husband, when I wanted to date him, the first question I asked him was if he has the intention of leaving Nigeria, and he said no, he doesn't have the intention of leaving Nigeria, that we're going to make Nigeria great again, we're going to do this, do that, and all that. And I just keep seeing a country that is going backward all the time. I really don't know. I don't want to talk about Nigeria. It makes me sad, because terrible things are happening now because we're not taking care of those loose ends. So you see a 19-year-old buying a car for a 15-year-old, and everybody around him knows it's not working, and we're celebrating. And sometimes last week, a 13-year-old stabbed a 16-year-old because the 16-year-old snatched her boyfriend. There's a lot of killing, a lot of kidnapping. The environment is becoming unsafe. We used to drive from Lagos to Kaduna to go and see my parents-in-law. Then now you can't even attempt that. You can't attempt that on your life. So I just pray that God favorably look upon Nigeria and just do something. We really need a miracle. Things are just getting worse by the day, and I really don't know what to say. I don't want to talk about Nigeria. So I want to say thank you for inviting me. Thank you for sharing my story. Thank you for sharing our products. For viewers, this is a new world for me. I am enjoying the learning, and I think everybody should continually learn new things. It gives me a feeling that opium couldn't even give me. So I'm happy to be opportune to add value to my world.
What a country, what a people talking about injustice.